Hi, this is Pam at African Ocean Homestead. Um, I feel bad for a lot of people right now that's been laid off or fired. But we need to consider that when these companies started these businesses, they didn't start it with any of us in mind, any of you. They didn't know you. So you work with them and you put in all your hard earned knowledge, labor, whatever, and then they lay you off or fire you. But these, I believe, in my opinion, there are five things I think that you could do to get you back on the right track, or just things to ponder if you've been laid off or if you've been fired. Number one, don't panic. Panic can cloud your judgment. It can cloud your ability to plan the next step rationally. Don't panic. And, if you know you're going to get fired, if you have an inkling, don't let them see you cry. Keep that power to yourself. That's just my opinion. I mean, like, cry later, cry after the phone call or Zoom call or whatever after, but don't give them that power. Um, Take a deep breath, give yourself a moment. Of course, you got to process what just happened. Number two, hold off on telling your friends and families. You don't need a pity party. You don't need negative comments from people who may not fully understand your position, your plight, your emotional feelings, you know. And now I need to add in, don't put it on Facebook. Don't put it on Instagram. Don't show the world your vulnerability. I've seen some YouTube videos and people are like, okay, I think I'm about to get fired. Why are you letting the world know your business? And I know nowadays if you're going to look for another job, they're going to check your social media accounts. Maybe you have them under assumed name, I don't know. But a lot of these I'm getting fired video, or I'm about to get fired, they're going viral. So you think that your next employer is not going to see this? They don't want weak people working for them. Listen, number two, don't tell your friends. If you're married, of course, you're going to have to tell your wife or husband. But even then, after this happens, go someplace and just relax. It's going to be okay. Remember, it's just a job. You still have something from that job. Believe it or not, you still have something good from that job. Unfortunately, I find out that a lot of these, just from seeing some of the TikTok videos, some of the YouTube videos, you're getting fired on a Friday, which sucks. At least if you got fired on a Monday, or, you had a suspicion Sunday night because you got a strange email, you could start the process of like, hey, I'm gonna get this together Monday morning, Monday afternoon after I get the 9 o'clock notice for the meeting. I'm going to the library. I'm going to place someplace quiet so I can think about, ponder, and reflect. My next move. To seek a quiet place, even if it's, if you have kids, you hang a sign on the bathroom door. You know, Soak in the tub or whatever. Just you need a place. If you're a wife, your husband has a workshop, barricade yourself in his workshop. You need a quiet place. You don't need outside distractions. Oh, I'm sorry, I heard you did this and I heard you got a job. What are we going to do? Blah, blah, blah. Panic. You don't need the panic from other people. You don't need those voices, distracting you from your next move. Seek a quiet place. My favorite is a park or the library. Number four, you found that quiet place. You got a piece of paper, grab a notebook, jot down your thoughts. You might even wanna write a poem. Who knows? But you need to jot down your thoughts, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay. But after that, what you should do, or which I would recommend that you do, is answer some critical questions. Did I like my job? And if you did, what did you like about your job? Don't just say, "Oh, I like my coworkers" or whatever. Liking your coworkers and things like that. Does that give you a skill base for your next job? Okay, granted. Or you didn't like your coworkers. So, if you liked your job, what did you like about your job? Did you like the responsibilities? Did you like the skills? What did you really truly like about your job? If you just like that you got a regular paycheck, okay, write it down. That's what you like. You got a regular paycheck. Okay. Number two, what skills did you acquire at that job? I don't care if you flip burgers, you make, if you were um, cafeteria manager, if you were a receptionist, any job has a skill. What skill is it that you require? Customer service, management, how to make pizza dough, how to use a cash register, how to use a POS system, pay the payment systems. Did you learn how to take inventory? What job? What little skill? Everything's a skill. Even if you were a floor maintenance tech, you learn how to work those crazy buffer machines. Everybody has a skill. But let's see if you took one of the skills. Let's say I worked as a cafeteria chef at one of these big corporations and they decided to close the cafeteria. But I learned how to make several dishes that I know that my employees, not my employees, but the employees at the company, they like. Maybe I can start a small catering service. Maybe I could do professional home chefs. Some people still don't have time to cook. Maybe I can become a personal chef. You have a skill. Maybe you can open up a food stand or whatever. Everyone has a skill. I don't care if you were a babysitter, you still have a skill. How much money do you have for the next 60 days? You need shelter, food, transportation. Hopefully, you have at least 60 days for rent saved up. Listen, rice and beans and some tomato sauce. You might have to, do Google peasant diet. Right now, going out to dinner and those type of things is not necessary. You know, Hopefully, you have great skills, um, great communication skills. But if a whole group of you got fired at the same job, maybe you guys need to get together and have a little mastermind session. Maybe there's enough skills amongst all of you that got fired to figure out the next step. I don't know, just a thought. Number five, have you ever considered starting a small business? The skills that you acquired and the experience you have acquired from the last job may be just the skills you need to start a small business. Research small businesses that can start with $100, small businesses for women, small businesses that can do at home. Some counties allow you to have cottage businesses. Google cottage businesses in my county, put in your county. Start small. Um, some of you may have a lawnmower. Do some lawn service. Just think of something that you can start. Anything could be a small business. People are still going to need daycare, especially if you have a big house and you need to pay a mortgage. See if your hopefully you don't have a homeowners association. They're the worst. But maybe you can start an in-home daycare business. The possibilities are endless. Okay, you've thought about the 5 steps, but you said, I need to go away. I need a place where I can regroup of what I want to do next in my this chapter of my life. Well, here in Zanzibar, I have the cutest little self-contained tiny house. If you would like to come for a solo retreat here in Zanzibar, just give me an email, and my email is here's my email, africanocean@gmail.com. My name is Pam. If you want to talk, if you just want to ask me, how did you move to Zanzibar? I'm only here part time. I still have a part time job. Maybe you just need to move to a place that is more economically sound, more peaceful. Maybe move to a place where you're appreciated. But it's a thought. Anyway, if you have any questions or concerns or whatever, you can contact me at africanocean@gmail.com.